everyone. My name is Dayspring Johnson. I
prepped him for this. We have done this multiple times.
Well, man. All right. What is up, guys? My name is Dayspring Johnson. I am 21 years old, and I am a cybersecurity engineer, and I'm also from Lagos, Nigeria. And this is the truly Nigerian experience.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much for coming to this.
Thanks for having me, man.
Honestly, I like the fact that I get to have you on because not only are you into cybersecurity, you're also a YouTuber, you're, influencer. That's your
I like
your
to
general
use the
term?
word digital content creator.
Digital content.
Yes.
Yes. Influencer is not your title.
I think you could term me as an influencer just because of I have an audience and I have influence on my audience. But I do feel like that term has negative connotations, so I just prefer to be a content creator.
I see.
But it is technically right that I'm an influencer. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Dayspring. Oh, wait, before I continue, everybody else, welcome. Payo Sikiri, host of this show, Truly Nigerian podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. When you first meet someone, the first thing that comes to your mind is you judge the person, you make assumptions, you do all these things, okay?
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is, as we're recording right now, as people are looking into the mic and listening in, they are judging you severely.
I'm
exactly.
sure.
Who is this guy?
I'm sure.
Why is he wearing a black beanie? Is he blind? Why are these glasses on?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to answer these questions and for people to get to know you a little bit better, we're going to play a game called Assumptions, okay?
Oh, okay.
You're going to ask a question, and it's up to me and the viewers to be able to guess what your correct answer would actually be.
Okay.
And then, so you won't feel left out, we'll do the same for me as well.
All right. Sounds good to me, man.
All right. It's multiple choice. Don't worry. I don't like theory questions either. Go ahead.
All right. So let's start from
Just level
question.
one. Just level one question.
Just level one question.
We're going to ask more as the episode goes on. Exactly.
Okay.
Where we get to know you a bit
All
more.
right. It's an interesting one. So I'm splitting the bill on the first date. True or false?
You're a Nigerian man now. What are we talking about here? I hope for your own sake. For your own sake. The way they used to, let me know. In our society, they would drag, you're not splitting the bill. Final answer.
Final answer, not splitting the bill.
You're not splitting the bill. You just pay for it and fashi.
Yeah, bro. That is correct. I'm not splitting the bill.
Have you ever, when you were younger, did you ever feel like maybe we should split the bill and everything? Bro,
I feel like I grew up in a, sorry to cut you off. I grew up in an African household, right? Where it's very traditional, father takes care of most of the things, mother takes care of other things. So it was never the question of splitting the bill. I mean, when I was growing up, I was in Nigeria. I wasn't going on dates like that or anything. But coming here though, I was naturally conditioned that as a man, it's a responsibility to take care of your wife or your girlfriend, or whoever the case is, right? So splitting the bill, it wasn't until I got here that the conversation of splitting the bill came up. So and again, for me, I have always conditioned myself that the way I want to be financially, whether for myself or my family, is that I don't ever want to care about if my wife or my partner makes money. I want to be able to if she doesn't have money, if she doesn't work or she doesn't do anything, I want to be able to always provide whatever the case is. Exactly. And obviously splitting the bill is not the conversation.
It's not part of the equation.
It's not part of the equation, but
I don't know why when I was younger they sold me this idea of that's maybe not necessarily the first date. But this was in the US after actually. Yeah. Of course, I know I've always planned to make money, but the thing is, they told me that, when you grow up, you and the lady will be doing it 50-50, bills and stuff like that. When you start going, everything will be 50-50, everything like that. And then when a couple of years later, in my 20s, I'm now what are you talking about? I never want to handle any bills. I don't want to. It's supposed to be the husband can take care of everything. Yeah. I just want to chip in if necessary.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you one for me.
All right,
let me ask you one for me. Let's see what we got. Wings with a side of dash, please. Either ranch or blue cheese. Which one am I taking?
You don't come off to me as a blue cheese kind of guy.
What is a blue cheese kind of guy?
What does that mean? I think blue cheese is Italian cheese or something like that.
Italian cheese, yeah.
I was watching a video about this lady that moved to Italy to retire or something. Yeah. And she was talking about blue cheese. You don't come up to me as a blue cheese kind of person.
Yeah, are you saying because I'm black I can't be Italian?
I mean, like, you could be. Do you want to be?
I mean,
do you want to be?
I'm saying there's a possibility.
Well, you're supposed to be Nigerian, bro. How you Italian, bro?
Italian Nigerian, eh?
All right.
Don't make assumptions about me.
Anyways, I say you're a ranch guy.
I'm a ranch guy.
Matter of fact, I would even say that you don't even really like ranch like that.
Damn.
Yeah, you just choose ranch out of necessity.
Wow.
That's my answer. But ranch, I'll go with ranch.
I deny the allegations that I could not be Italian. You know Mario? Mario! No, I could. Low key, you're right, honestly. 100%. I wouldn't even ranch. I'm like, if I had to choose between the two, honestly.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yes, sir.
All right, give us one more of your. Which one are you taking, by the way? Ranch or blue cheese?
If I had to choose neither, honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, not really you think.
Exactly.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, ranch.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the one you go with.
All right, so I own crypto. True or false?
Bro, what? Wait. Before I even answer, if you're watching this on video, please look at his face. Look at his face. Does he or does he not look like a crypto owner? Please. Does he or
I look like a crypto owner?
The beanie alone should give you the answer to that question.
So you think I own crypto?
Ah, yes.
You guys think I own crypto?
Yeah.
Why do you guys think I own crypto? Put it in the comment section below. Why do you think I own crypto? Tell me, why are you stereotyping me?
Why you stereotyping me is wild.
But fortunately, it's true. I do own crypto. And right now, my crypto is doing pretty good. The market's been,
of course it is.
The market's been looking very good recently. Like, there's been a very nice uptrend, and I'm very pleased that I held. And I DCA'd too over time. Yeah, so I do own crypto. I own both Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's just those two, and I keep investing in them. But
you see,
yeah,
that's the funny thing. Honestly, I'm not saying this is you. On social media, crypto is always going up. In people's pockets, it always seems to be going down. That is the trend. On social. But that's good. I mean, me too.
Crazy.
We all dabble. I think most people in our generation, I would be surprised if someone has not dabbled. If you had the chance to dabble, you have to dabble a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Let me get you one more before we get to the next part of this.
All right.
No, that's gone. Okay. Time for bed. I'm sleeping A, in the quiet, B, with some noise.
In the quiet.
So, you know, some people like quiet sounds, like the noise, like maybe some nature.
Yeah. Those people they like white noise.
Yeah.
Black noise, rain noise,
black noise.
But literally, if you go to YouTube, there's like white noise, there's black noise, there's brown noise.
Brown noise is something else. I know that one. What's black noise?
It's just, I don't know. It's just like, it's all the same thing.
It's all okay, fair enough.
Like, rain literally sounds like white noise.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Like, so, bro, a crazy thing. Like, I had someone I was talking to like a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And she liked sleeping to SpongeBob, bro. Like, she would literally,
like just an episode.
She just literally put SpongeBob on, like she couldn't sleep, bro. And it'll be in the noise, like we'll be on FaceTime and it'll be in the noise. I'm like, what the heck is going on, bro? And it's like SpongeBob's like, Nah, but I think you're more of a quiet kind of person. Like you don't want any noise in the background.
Final answer.
That's my final answer.
That's wild. That's correct. I'll say that's correct. Yeah, that's definitely, because I don't want. Yeah, I just like to sleep. Facts, more noise in the back. Not to say that if you're watching a show and you're tired, you doze off. Like,
yeah. That happens.
But it's not like, let me put something on just for me to fall asleep.
I think that's so weird, bro. I think that's like, you need to talk to a psychologist or like a therapist about that. Like, what happened to you? What happened to you?
Oh my gosh. All the people that are like, what the fuck? I listen to everything. Like, why are you just attacked? Why are you hating on me?
Nah, they're serious. Like, what is wrong with you? Why do you need noise to sleep? Like, that is like chaotic, literally. Like, what's going on in your brain? Like, talk to a doctor. See a therapist.
Talk to a doctor.
See a therapist.
That is freaking wild. All right, now we're gonna come back to this game as we get to know you a little bit more. Mm-hmm. This was just like off rip first assumptions. Yeah. Now we're just going to do a couple. Let's do a couple quick fires real quick, just so that people can get a little of these things. All right, favorite color.
Favorite color, black.
Like, weird. Okay.
What's weird about it? He's anti-black. He's anti-black, bro. On Black History Month, bro. That's crazy. Anyways, go ahead, bro.
All right. Which are you taking? Do you wear your socks and your shoes first?
Bro, what?
That was just to throw you off. Make sure you're still listening.
What? Now wear my shoes first. Now wear my socks.
You wear your socks afterwards? It's a question. Okay. Anyway, before you start, I was just making sure you're listening.
All right.
Which one do you put for cereal or the milk?
Cereal first.
Cereal first
like
before
a
milk?
normal person.
Like a normal person.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think you just came here to make enemies with those different sectors.
And look, honestly, I'm not here to make enemies. I'm just here to state facts. Like, if you're putting milk before cereal, then you should also see a doctor. Like, because why are you doing things out of order? You put cereal before milk.
Are you
literally on the box of the cereal? The instruction, the picture is there, shows them pouring the milk into the cereal. So why are you doing it backwards?
Bro, is that do you work for like a doctor's appointment setting place? Because it seems like
guys, truthfully, I'm just a mental health advocate.
Just advocate. He's actually sponsored by BetterHelp. This is actually a BetterHelp sponsorship right here.
Tell them I sent you.
Use my referral code in the description. Okay. Let me see what we got here. How many siblings you got?
Just one sibling.
Sibling. What is your favorite song right now?
Favorite song right now? Mm-hmm. Good question. I've been listening to this new song by I think his name. I forgot that guy's name. It's called John Wick. Is it Connor? It's not Connor. Is it Connor?
Yeah.
Connor, yeah.
Yeah, Connor.
Yeah, he just released a new song, John Wick. It's like a really upbeat song. So like when I wake up, I listen to it, I'm like, I'm definitely John Wick today. I'm about to like destroy all my tasks at work. There's everything. So it's a nice vibe. It's kind of like, pretty upbeat. Yeah.
Okay. If you had one choice of what to do, right? One thing that you could do right now with $1 million, what are you doing?
What thing I'd do with $1 million?
Yeah.
I would say that one single thing.
Yeah.
To do with $1 million. I will probably just like DCA it into a SPY over like, I don't know, over like a certain period of time. Just because like, if I have one thing to do it, like I don't know the right investments to put it in, like this is actually gonna be helpful. I don't want to throw it into real estate because I'll just lock it down. So I'll just be like, you know what, like I still have a regular job. I'm not gonna quit that, but I have the financial security of just like having that $1 million. And I'll just throw it into DCA over like, spread it out, maybe like I don't know, like 3,000 every month or 10,000 every month. And yeah, just BCA it for however long, and maybe after a couple of years, it will yield like a couple more than it is. So yeah, that's just one thing.
That's one thing. Yeah. So just for the people that want what he just said in English, he said he will invest it securely, basically.
Essentially.
Exactly. What is your middle name?
My middle name right now is Abisola.
He said right now.
Yeah. So, fun fact: I was born Abisola Dayspring Johnson. But when I became a citizen of the United States, I have the option of changing my name. So what did? I switched my middle name and my first name. So now, I'm legally Dayspring Abisola Johnson.
Can you imagine that? Okay. Now, Dayspring Abisola Johnson. Tell us, first question, why are you you? What makes you you?
I think it's just like my experiences in life. Honestly, just like, where I was born, who I was born to, where I went to school, who I went to school with, my friends that I grew up with, the fact that I moved to the United States, my experience in the United States, I think it's just everything that I've experienced like up to this point that makes me me, right? It's all of my life experiences, really.
Yeah. Were you born rich? Or were you born poor?
I was born, I would say very, like, relatively poor.
Relatively poor. Okay, yeah, for like Nigerian standards or American standards?
No, Nigerian standards.
No, wow, okay.
My parents gave birth to me in a one-bedroom flat. Back then, this was in 2002. I was born in 2002 in Nigeria. And, Nigeria was not fully developed by then, but like the flat that we lived in was had a pit hole toilet. The toilet was literally like beside the kitchen.
Wow.
And like the room was like probably just like the size of this, whole like, recording set. Living room probably just the same size as well. My parents didn't really have much money. My parents did different things like, selling recharge cards, just I mean, when I was born, they were really struggling to make ends meet. So I'll say I was born pretty poor.
So how long was that for? Was that throughout your childhood or till earlier adulthood? Or what was the process like?
I think it was early childhood.
Okay.
I think, excuse me. I think that lasted for a couple of years. I think over time, my dad, was able to get back on his feet. My mom also started, got on her feet too. She got into the education industry in Nigeria as a teacher. My dad became an entrepreneur, had his own business, and it was doing pretty well. We were able to move from, that place to a very nice three bedroom flat, in Ikoton, Lagos, where we lived until we left. Nigeria. My dad was able to, build out some investments for himself, manage a business, and bring us over to the United States. So I think things progressed and became a lot better after that. Of course, until we got to the United States, where it was like started from scratch all over again. But yeah, that was basically for like maybe till when I was like 6 or 7, and then things progressively got better till we left.
Wow. And when you were at that age, did you ever feel it? Did you feel the struggle, or you didn't feel it at that time?
I don't think I felt the struggle. The only thing I do remember that I felt was a major part of the struggle was because because we couldn't afford, not good food, but like what would have been what everybody would want to eat, right?
Yeah. No Lunchables,
none
no
of that.
Capri-Sun.
None of that, man. I didn't even know what that was. What that was like us in the United States. But my mom always used to, Nigeria, you eat rice and you have to have protein with your food, right? So my mom always serve us with fish. What kind of fish? Shawa. If I'm familiar with shawa, shawa is a very bony fish. And I used to eat fish every single day. Every meal with rice, with shawa fish, with semo shawa fish, with amala shawa fish, and over time I hated fish. Like till now, I don't eat fish. I hate fish. And the reason why I hated fish was because I didn't like the taste, I didn't like the smell, because I ate it so much. And then number 3, that fish is so bony. So like you swallow the bone. When you swallow bone, people that relate like it gets stuck in your throat, but you also like feel it in your ear. Right? It's like I don't know how it works, but it's like when something's stuck in your throat, like that tiny bone of the fish, you kind of feel it. Like you're like, like you want to cry, but you can't cry because like it's like, bro, like I've suffered, man. Like, bro. But yeah, that was the biggest thing I think I struggled. That was majorly a struggle. Yeah. But I think things got better over time. The struggles kind of like got alleviated.
And I admire that, You said that even back in the day, the fish bones used to make you cry. Mm-hmm. Do you see yourself as a big crier?
It's a good question. Wow, this just got very it just got very personal real quick. That's was a big crier. I think I see myself as someone who's emotionally expressive. I don't think that crying is a sign of weakness. As a man, I think being repressing your emotions as a man is different from not being able to control your emotions, right? Me expressing tears of joy, for example, because I would say I cry mostly when I'm joyful. It's like I'm so happy and elated to the point where I'm experiencing emotion overload to the point where I'm in tears. So I don't see myself as a big crier, but I see myself as someone who will cry if there's a need to cry, whether it's like in terms of like emotional expression of joy or emotional expression of like deep sorrows. But one thing I wouldn't do is like impose my emotions on anyone. Like I would probably cry in secret. Yeah.
And and that's something that I relate to, because when there was a time where I was concerned about you, honestly, we were talking on the phone and I just started hearing you tear up a lot. Yeah, I was hearing you get kind of expressive, and I never knew the reason why until just now. That time I'm talking about was when I was inviting him on the podcast. He was very expressive. Turns out it was tears of joy just being invited on to come on to the podcast. And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you had me going there. I was like, when did I cry for this? When did I cry to this guy, bro?
He was nodding.
Bro, he had me going. I was like, what is he talking about? I was like, I was trying to remember, like, when did this happen? Why did you tell me?
Why did you tell me? It's wild.
That's crazy, man.
No, but that's very interesting. Do you feel like is there a reason why you feel like you prefer to be expressive when you're by yourself?
I think that, for one, I don't like inconveniencing anyone with how I feel. My parents know this. My sister knows this. My mom, my dad, even my partner knows this. That I don't like. If I feel a way about something, I don't like burdening other people when I'm sad or when I'm not fine. I would just try to like resolve my issues on my own. So that way, like, I'm not burdening anyone with like my emotional feelings or whatever the case is. And also, I feel like sometimes I don't get the understanding that I think a desire from expressing myself. It's like, open up to, like, my mom, like, oh, open up to me, this and that. And it's like, the one time I do it, it's like, you don't even understand my plight. You don't understand what I'm going through. Like, I would probably feel better talking to a male friend of mine. I probably wouldn't cry to my male friend, but you would definitely see my displeasure with what might have happened, and you would understand that better than me expressing myself to like my mom or like my sister or like my girlfriend, because I feel like I never get the understanding that I think it might be warranted from how I truly feel. So I'd rather just not express that with them and just do it by myself, or with like a trusted male friend.
You see, that's a very interesting answer. Most people they feel like, oh, maybe it's they can link it to many things, like maybe it was something from childhood, maybe societal pressures.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, so you kind of feel like it's maybe the support system itself that might not be as affirming as you would need it to be?
I think it's the fact that I don't think it's the support system. I think it's just like the way people are wired. I think that my people around me, like my mom or my sister or my girlfriend, I think they're all naturally wired to, and other people are naturally wired to see me or other guys or other men as as just they're fine, like they're emotionally okay, like like whatever happens, like they'll get over it, they'll be fine, like you're a man basically. And that is true, but like we also feel emotions and everything. So I feel like just because they don't understand, and I feel like although women might be very emotional, I think men feel emotions like deeply, maybe even deeper than women do. So I think that just because like everyone's wired differently, and everyone's wired differently to receive or to respond to emotions differently. It affects how we all see each other when we're emotional. Like, for example, if anything's going on with any of my family members, whether it's my mom or my dad or my sister or my girlfriend or anything like that, like I will leave everything I'm doing just to like comfort them, make sure they're good. But sometimes it may not be the case. Now I would say though, like recently, like my girlfriend and I have definitely like been growing a lot more in that regards, like understanding each other's emotions. But I think like there's a lot of possibilities for more growth. But I just think it's just like how everybody's wired. I don't think it's anybody's fault. It's just like natural just occurrences of our existence.
Honestly, that's interesting. In primary school, is there any defining moments or any notable times that you reflect on and be like, or any core memories you're like, damn, it doesn't even have to be important, just like, wow, this memory, I can never forget it?
I think it was a memory of this. So in primary school, I was always like coming first, right? Until like primary 3. And then at primary 4, this kid out of nowhere, like that, used to be the kid that, people used to laugh at and all of that. No, dead serious, bro.
People used to laugh at him?
Yeah, like.
Why?
Bro, we used to make, we're primary school kids. We used to make fun of each other, bro. Like, we're all mischievous and everything. So, like, there was different levels of it. But this kid was like, like, he was just the kid that everybody used to, like, make fun of.
They used to harass him?
Yeah, like, they used to harass the kid, bro. Like, bro. No, that's serious. And this kid out of nowhere became the smartest kid, bro.
But wait, why were they harassing? What did he do? Why him?
I think it was just a, like, all of us in our primary school, most of us were like, came from a good amount of them came from pretty well-to-do homes. And, you just had to be cool. Something had to be cool about you, right? Like your shoes, or you know how to do like some tricks or whatever, or like you're cool with the teachers. Your parents are cool with the teachers. Your parents drive a nice car. Like all just basic like just cool, like kid stuff, right? But this kid wasn't cool. Like his shoes were ugly, right? No, honestly, and like I think he used to, like, one of his uniform was patched and everything. Like he was just not that guy.
He wasn't that guy.
But this kid, like, from nowhere became the best at everything, bro. Wow. At math, at English, at pretty much everything. Before I knew it was even to make things worse. Back, when we used to make fun of him, it wasn't good at school stuff and all of that. Like he was barely making it through the grades. Wow. And from primary 4 all the way to primary 5, he became the best at everything. And for me, that was like the first experience of like never looked down on anybody. Like never looked at it. Like ever since then, I would never look down on anybody. Because I think another thing too is like growing up in that environment, different things maybe had made me have a bit of a superiority complex. So I would say that crushed my superiority complex. Because I was like, I'm the best. This guy comes out of nowhere and he's now the best all of a sudden. He's now the one explaining things in the class. He's now the one when a teacher asks a question, he raises up his hand and answers the question, getting 100 over 100 in all the tests.
Damn.
I was like, that just blew me away. And I was like, bro, like, you can never look down on anybody. Anybody could come up, bro. And that was just in primary school. Imagine like things I've seen now from people like, not maybe having money to like, becoming very well to do, like never underestimate anybody. Everybody's capable.
That's very interesting. So from then on, let us know any core memories, any deep details, any impactful insights.
Back in Genesis 2, right? Genesis 2. So that was when I started, dabbling in this boyfriend girlfriend situation. Yes, I was 12 at the time. But,
does your mom and dad know this?
I think my parents know this. I told my parents about my escapades. So
okay, perfect. From
secondary school, like we've been through that. But yeah, as a GSS2 boy, so I'd gone on a Ghana trip with my school, and with a bunch of guys and everything. Like I mingled with the big boys, and I learned some things. They think I took from the big boys. So, I don't know how, but I started dating this girl that was a class above me, and she was actually like 2 years older than me. And, like, man, this girl was everything, bro. Like, she's my first ever girlfriend, like, love of my life, all of that stuff, bro.
Love of your life. Shout out to your girlfriend.
First kiss, all of that, bro. Things were beautiful. Like, I was in love. I was in love. And then, but I was young. I was 12. I was 12. I was 12. I was even a teenager. So, I was kissing and telling.
You're kissing. You were telling the niggas.
Kiss and tell.
Wait, how old was she?
She was 14.
Damn, you were dating an upper.
Yeah.
Well, 2 years is a lot. It's a lot.
Because I got into secondary school early, so like even my classmates were older than me. Like she was a class older. She was a class higher than me. So obviously she was even 2 years older than me. So
he still pulled and he's kissing and telling. Damn,
bro. So I was young. I was stupid. I was kissing and telling, and I think she found out, and she didn't like that. She ghosted me.
Ghosted is wild,
bro. Like this is the
How
worst.
do you ghost in school?
Nah, just watch this, bro. This if anybody ever ghosted me after that, like it didn't mean anything to me because this was the worst ghosting ever. No, literally, like imagine being in the same school with the same person, and you're literally walking by each other, and they don't talk to you. Like this is someone that you were in a relationship with yesterday, and you're like, you're trying to like. like, you know, because you're in school, like secondary school, Christian school, you can't really like be overt with it. You can't really like, you know, be like, you know, you give yourself eye contact, you know, you touch hands, all of that on the hallway, right? But like, I'm like, the first thing that happened was like, you know, we're passing by, then she didn't look at me. Bro, like, I tried to, you know, touch her hand, and she didn't even respond. I was like, I'm a mobile. And then it just went on and on like that. Like, she just stopped talking to me. Like, literally, she stopped talking to me, and then she left the school altogether.
She left the school?
She left the school altogether, bro.
Wait, when did she leave?
When did she leave?
Yeah, when?
She left like a year after that.
A year. So like almost like a full
It was like a full school, like a full semester school term. Well, 2 terms, because you have 2 terms. First term, three terms. First term, second term, and third term.
Wasn't there a period that you could just have gone up to her and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Bro, I tried. Matter of fact, I tried to talk to her. I tried to get her best friend to talk to her. Even when she left the school, multiple years after that, I tried to get her best friend to like ask her, like, "Hey, like, is she good? Like, are we good? Like, I mean, I know like what I did was stupid, but like, you know, but I never heard anything from this girl ever again."
What would the best friend say? What would she say?
She's like, "Oh, she's fine. She's fine. So I'm like, okay, like." Okay, like,
does she want
like you know, like what happened to us? She was like, you know, like, yeah, she just, you know, wasn't really interested in it again. I'm like, really? Like that was the worst, like that was the worst ghosting and no closure experience ever.
Wow.
That was like my first peak experience in secondary school, bro. Because that was my second year, just as two, like, bro, I was just starting out. So that was definitely like top moments I could never forget.
Wait. How did you know it was because you were telling people though? How did you know that was
her best friend told me?
So she told her best friend, and her best friend.
Yeah. I mean, of course, like, you know, they would discuss it amongst themselves. So her best friend told me, like, you know, like she didn't like that. I'm like, oh, okay, I get that. I'm good. I'll stop. I won't do that anymore.
I don't do that anymore.
I was 12, bro. Like, bro.
Boy.
But you know, that was crazy, man. Like it definitely like. I went down a very interesting spiral after that.
Interesting. What was the spiral?
Bro,
At 12 years?
Oh my goodness, bro. This is the only experience I'm going to talk about because this peaks everything.
Yeah.
Okay, after that, right? This was a time where like Adele was popping, right?
Okay.
I think she sang I Set Fire
to
the Rain.
Right, yeah.
So that was when it first released or something around that time, bro. I would be in my room. I would just I had this Nokia phone. I'll plug in that, you know, thing to it. Listen to it. I'll just turn the window and just like singing that song, bro. Like, you know, baby tears on the side of my eye.
Oh,
no. Bro, I was in it, bro. Like, 'cause it was. I feel like it was such. I didn't understand what happened.
Yeah.
Because it was like it was like a first experience of like I don't know if infatuation, lost love, whatever that was.
Exactly.
That like it just being like ripped away from me in just a moment without me understanding what happened.
Yeah.
Just like I didn't know what the heck happened. So there was that. And it just I basically turned into a what's the best word to describe it?
Introvert.
Not introvert. I'd always been an introvert, but somewhat of like a playboy throughout high school after that.
Playboy.
Yeah, that's
wow. In Nigeria or in the US?
Oh, in Nigeria.
In Nigeria. I always wondered how you got your body count to 63. I always wondered that. Now we know.
That's stupid, bro. Literally, I'm saying it now. My body count is 0. 0 is 0.
Who do you believe?
I have a 0 body count.
If you look into my eyes.
I have a 0 body
63
count.
or 0?
He knows.
He said he knows in high school.
He knows my body count is 0. I went to a Christian school. Like there was no way I was gonna be having sex. I'm serious.
You would have gone to Christian school.
I'm dead serious. My body count is 0.
We'll leave it to the audience to decide.
Hey, man.
One of us is lying.
One of us is lying.
If you could advise young Nigerians today, stay or go?
Go. Yeah, I had a very sad conversation with someone that I know from Nigeria. Incredibly smart cybersecurity guy. He got an offer from Nigeria with a cybersecurity company here. It's a fairly sizable company, but they're still very new. And he told me that they couldn't, it couldn't work out just because he's from Nigeria. There are all these, laws about intellectual property that they couldn't, afford, and also they couldn't afford to like bring him over to the U.S. And that just like saddened me deeply because this guy's incredibly smart. Not to toot my own horn, but I gave him some advice that kind of helped him in his job search process, and it was just really sad to like that happened. Exactly. He had basically had the job, but just because he's in Nigeria, he couldn't do the job. Yeah. Imagine if it was here, like that's life changing. That's life changing. Like for me, like my first internship was what changed my entire life. So imagine like if he got that job, that would have just been entirely life changing for him. And it was just sad for that to happen. So I would say like go, and if you want to, then come back. I've been recently. I've been watching like some videos about some Nigerian guys who are doing very well for themselves in Nigeria, but it's like those are they're in a very small demographic. So I would say just go. Yeah.
Well, before we do our last assumptions questions, let's do a quick fire round for
right.
We have to grow this channel. We have to do controversy. So let's do controversy.
Right. First, sorry to cut you off. Yeah. I think the conversation has been controversial a bit though.
A bit controversial already. Let's make it more controversial then.
All right, let's do it. I like controversy.
I like controversy. Would you say, first off, this is just for you, honestly. Would you rather have $1 million or 1 million subscribers?
$1 million.
$1 million.
$1 million. $1 million. Because, and my answer is from where I am right now.
Yeah.
I'm not good at selling.
Okay.
I'm not that good at selling. If I was good at selling, obviously 1 million subscribers. Because I could turn that into
$1 million.
$2 million.
Exactly.
Right? But I'm not good at selling. I could get better at it, but I don't have the time to get better at it because obviously, like you have to work towards it. So I would rather have $1 million, which I know that is solid and certain, rather than having 1 million subscribers or 1 million followers I don't know how to deal with, right? And what I find and what I'm learning, and also what is part of my growth process, is the fact that I'm learning to understand and utilize everything I have at every stage I'm in right now. If you gave me something like 1 million followers right now, I wouldn't know what to do with it because I haven't been through that growth process to get there. It's like winning the lottery. If I'm not used to having that much money, like I'm most likely to squander it. So I'm like, just give me the $1 million, and I think I know enough about how to keep money and make my money grow that I know I'm not gonna squander it. 1 million followers, I don't know what I would do with it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Fair enough. Very respectable. Davido or Wizkid?
Neither, honestly.
Neither is crazy.
Yeah,
neither is wild.
I'm not a big fan of.
They're both kind of trashy to you.
I don't say they're trashy. I mean, I think they make pretty good music. I listen to I listen to a good amount of Davido's songs, a good amount of Wizkid songs.
But you don't like.
But I'm not like a huge fan or anything like that. I mean, I think they're both talented, but not like a. I would
gun point to your head. Which one are you taking? One person on your team.
One person on my team. For what? What are they my team for?
To win a Grammy, to win anything, to be a best musician in Africa.
I think Davido. Honestly, I think I'll go for Davido if it comes to that.
Comes to that, you see? Look at that. Eba or Amala? Is it Yoruba? Let's just remind you of that.
Ooh, Amala. I have to go to Amala.
Oh, you have to go Amala.
I have to go with Amala, guys. Guys, I have to do Amala.
Buhari or Tinubu?
Wow.
Yeah, wow is crazy. Oh, gosh.
I don't know. I don't know because I feel like I'm basically being asked to choose between the lesser of two evils. So I think Buhari put us in a state that we basically deteriorated gradually over 8 years. But then again, we were deteriorating before Buhari. Now with Tinubu, it's still deteriorating. It doesn't look like there's any inclination of change.
Yeah.
You know what? From a perspective of I'd say Tinubu.
Tinubu.
The reason is because I know that you can't make any changes. Like changes are not immediate or fast. But in a certain amount of time, there's no inclination that you have any intention of making anything right that someone in the past has done wrong. That essentially makes you worse, in my opinion. Or that essentially makes me think that you are complicit with what is happening. And given that fact that we've been deteriorating, that means that in your own regime and position, you're basically there to make it even worse than better.
Yeah.
So it's like we're going from a state from bad to worse because you don't have any intention of making it better or keeping it worse. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I think that objectively makes him worse. So I'll say Tinubu.
Tinubu?
Yeah.
Fair enough. You know, that was a very eloquent answer. Too bad. This is a controversial series.
Yeah.
This ring just said Tinubu 2027. That's who he's supporting.
What?
Christian rap.
Hold on.
Christian.
You said Buhari or Tinubu?
He's basically a Tinubu supporter.
Okay, Buhari or Tinubu. In what context? I'm saying I literally basically said. I basically said no. I think I misunderstood what you're saying.
No. I said yes. I said Buhari or Tinubu.
So I'm saying like I'm against Tinubu.
Oh yeah,
and Buhari.
So you're taking Buhari.
So I'm taking Buhari in that sense. Yeah.
Okay.
That was because my whole explanation was that he's going to make. If it's not doing anything to make us better, he's going to make us worse.
Okay.
Even the Buhari made things worse.
Okay.
So
Buhari should come back for a third term, is what he's saying.
My apologies, but
he says Buhari third term. You have heard it here first.
I didn't say that.
This brings secret political agenda. Christian rap or Afro beats?
Christian rap, bro.
Christian rap
all day, every day.
Afro beats. Shout out to you as well. Chelsea or Arsenal?
I feel targeted right now.
You feel targeted?
Yeah.
You should.
I think okay. So I wound up in Europe last year and I had the opportunity of seeing an Arsenal match. I had no control over what match I could see because I was only in France for about a week. And the closest match I could watch was the Arsenal match. So that's what I had to choose. And seeing how they played, I've seen them play live. I don't remember. I can't recollect any recent Chelsea matches I've seen. I've only seen an Arsenal match very recently, so I would say Arsenal.
You say
they played very well.
They played very well.
Yes,
they won the match. You're very impressed.
I was very impressed. Like they were very skillful. Yeah. They're very skilled.
These Arsenal fans, eh?
I'm not a fan, but I think they were very skilled.
Lagos or London. They give you a ticket to one of these places.
Lagos, bro.
Lagos.
I was London for a day. That place is not. It's not it.
It's ass.
I didn't say that, but like it's not really it. It's not that all that's cracked up to be.
One word review for London.
Overhyped.
Yeah. Damn. Let me see here. Would you ground or beat your children?
I'll ground them.
You would ground them?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I'll take a different approach to grounding.
Ground and then slap and then ground.
No. I think I will certain things. I feel like we take things away that mean a lot to the children. Like the game or whatever. But I think there are other things that you could like do in regards to grounding. Right? I feel like you could, as a matter of fact, make grounding a basis for discipline. Right? In the sense that, let's say you're grounded, now you have to wake up at 6:30 every morning and get ready for school and be ready by a certain amount of time. I want you to do this extra that you're not supposed to be doing if you were not grounded. It's like I'm not take a game from you. I might not even take a game away from you, but I'm going to make that grounding a basis for discipline, and make it a basis for teaching you lessons that are actually positive for you over like I just took your game. Like okay, they're probably gonna find something else to do, whatever the case may be. Like oh, you stay in the house, you don't go outside. Like, I think that there are other approaches to that. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Would you have no kids or 15 kids?
No kids.
He said that so quickly.
No kids, bro.
You'd rather? Why you're kind of you don't want to have kids right now?
Not 15 kids.
So you'd rather just have no kids?
Yeah, I'd rather just have no kids. Maybe I'd rather just like adopt whenever. But I just like if it was a possibility my wife had 15 kids at once, heck no. Absolutely not.
Heck no. Exactly. I can't believe he still supported Buhari. Can you imagine that?
See, that's crazy.
Buhari already did. He was a dictator, then he did 2 terms, and you want to come back again?
That's crazy. I didn't say I wanted to come back again. I'm just saying like he's the lesser of 2 evils in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna clip myself saying all that, and I'm just clip to you saying he's the lesser of 2 evils. That's what we're gonna do, and people will be like,
"That's crazy, man,
bro." Oh my gosh, the title of this video could be, "I love Buhari." Like you just say, "I love," bro.
And they just like deep fake me saying a bunch of things about Buhari.
Bro, honestly.
That's crazy.
All right, guys. We're getting off track. This episode is getting on too long.
Yeah, that's funny.
Any last things? Any last words?
Guys, if you see any out of context clips about me, it's not me.
It's not me. It's wild.
It's not me. This whole thing is scripted.
That's fucking wild.
I'm reading from a teleprompter right now.
I'm reading from
I can see the words. It's not real.
Honestly. Bros, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. And bye-bye.
See ya.